Hello everyone, I'm Beastly Eel, and in today's video we're going to be talking about my predictions for the next death battle. So for the next death battle is going to be between Simon the Digger from Tengen Toppa Gurren, did I say that all right? I hope so, versus Kyle Rayner from DC. So first off, I didn't know Simon at all. I knew a little bit about Kyle Rayner. Um, he's an artist. Because of that, was able to use the Green Lantern power ring with ease, with creating constructs that were better and more elaborate than most others that have used it before him. Indomitable Will had the ability at one point, to control multiple rings. Was able to have the Green Lantern ring, the White Lantern ring, the blue. Sorry, let me go this way: green, um, orange, Star Sapphire, Indigo, um, Quadrian, Red Lantern, red and blue, along with the Life Equation and the White Lantern ring. So this is where it gets a little tough because these two characters apparently are basically the same. I had such a difficult time going through this, but apparently Simon, the way his ability works, which is also powered by willpower, and shockingly enough, has the ability for indomitable will. So one of the big things here is it uses spiral power instead of um, the stereotypical like energy from a power ring. Okay, so that's the big piece there. Especially in the beginning, he was only ever able to create like drills. Later is able to construct much more weaponry and things of that nature. He has the ability of summoning, he has enhanced senses, electricity resistant. He's able to create weapons, as we talked about, but on a lower scale. So I think Kyle definitely gets the point here in the creation. However, has the ability to transmutation. He has the ability to create a pocket universe. He can regenerate. He has probability fluctuations, gravity manipulation, creates sound waves, blood manipulation. Um, One of the weird things, though, is it doesn't seem to be clear that he can use the blood that's inside of somebody. It has to have already come out of them. I'm not 100% on this. That's based on what I could see so far. Regeneration, negation. Um, he has resurrection abilities. He can pilot a gunman. He can create a force field, make weapons out of his body. He can manipulate his size, manipulate things around him. He has energy detection, attack deflection, shockwaves, magnetic field warping, space time rupturing, and teleportation. Apparently, he has the ability to be a part of the entire multiverse at the same time, which is kind of confusing. I don't quite know exactly how that works. Mostly due to the fact that apparently he exists at all times, so therefore can't travel as easily through time. It's an odd. It's weird because he's was able to break reality because of that and be able to come back. So therefore, he then became reality in and of itself. Became the strongest being in the entire universe. He obviously has superhuman strength and superhuman speed. He's an expert marksman, martial artist, weapon creator, and has an incredible, indomitable will. So this one's tough because basically on paper they're the same creature. I am going with based on the information that I have, right? So I feel like power wise, I think they're both similar. I will not say they're equal, but I'll say they're similar. I couldn't find anything um strength wise where I could feel like one was gonna completely outmatch the other, in that sense. However, Simon is definitely a more skilled fighter than Kyle. However, Kyle can create constructs a lot better than Simon can, without question or concern. The other issue that I have here is it doesn't seem, as long as Simon continues to have willpower, he can continue to fight. It doesn't look like he runs out of power like Kyle Rayner does. Or if he does, it's not something that I can easily see here. which is one of the big things. Oh, he's also an artist, talented sculptor, which is interesting that he would not be as good at creating stuff, but apparently likes making drills. I wish I had a better answer as to why. Um, but that's like his go-to. Everything he makes is a drill. Um, but I guess this is tougher than well, this was tough to begin with because I didn't know Simon at all before this, and I'm still not an expert in Simon whatsoever. But Kyle Rayner has the ability to do all that stuff, and I just feel like, as weird as it sounds, it's just looking to me like Simon's going to win, and the reason for it has to do with the fact that and again, this could be just comic book, plot points and everything else, but the battery is needed more than anything else. And as great of a, lantern ring user he is, he's still going to eventually run out of battery power. Simon, on the other hand, would not be running out of power. So I would imagine because of that, although I'm stating that they're similar, it will, in the end, Kyle will get weaker as time goes on, and Simon will be able to take Kyle out. So I think Simon's going to be the winner of this death battle, even though I really wanted the Lantern to win. But I feel like Simon's going to take this out of the park because he can just manipulate so many different things. He's got versatility. Um, we have both artists and, ability to create things. Kyle technically a better creator than Simon. However, Simon's a better fighter. Physically, I don't know technically with weapons and everything else that he's a better fighter, but the way Simon fights, it's more physical than it is with most lanterns. So because of that, I feel like Kyle's going to have a difficult time there. Both able to generate force fields and everything else, but again, the reason why I'm going with Simon has to do with the only thing that I can see the difference between the two of them, and that's their drawback, which happens to be Kyle needing to charge his ring, and as time goes on, granted it will be a long time, but still at the end he's going to lose his power ring, and Simon's going to take the kill. So my prediction is Simon the Digger as the winner of this death battle. So let me know in the comments below who you think's going to win this death battle and why. And as always, if you like the content you see, please make sure to like and subscribe down below. Other than that, this is going to be Beastly Eel signing out. Have a wonderful night. Bye bye.